I do what I want cause that nigga famous. Alright, so before we even start this video, if you got Famous Athletics, make sure you subscribe and get notified by hitting the bell notification next to the subscribe button. Alright, that's out the way. This is not what this video about, but y'all see a lot of people in here talking boxing, always calling fights. You know, they got their fan base, they got their people who tune in, watch everything, they go live, whatever the case may be for their channel, or they do anything, you know, to please their subscribers. But one thing that they probably don't do is tell you the backstory. See, most of the guys that's up here that do this boxing analysis, they are not fighters. And what I don't mean boxers, I mean they're not fighters. A lot of them don't have some of the backgrounds as, you know, people like me. And I'm not saying I'm gangster or tough like that, but a lot of these dudes didn't grow up in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? Well, let me not say that. Well, you from where you from, but majority of them, the dudes who's making these videos, they don't have no history of no fighting or anything. So this goes, we're gonna break this down with fighting, how fighting comes along. Like, alright, you talk shit under somebody's comment, and you have that person who's a hothead and be like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up when I see him, or if I see him, he might not say nothing to me, right? That'd be some mind state. Then you got the dude who gonna troll, you got the dude who gonna give out their address, you got all those type of dudes, but not everybody are fighters. Not everybody's known to use this. People use this, right? They use the blam, 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 but they don't use these no more, right? So, with that being said, fighting starts like this when you come from the hood, right? Your mom and your pops might have known each other since they was teenagers, and your mom might get pregnant by your pops, probably on accident or just some loose young wild shit, right? But your pops was a knucklehead, and your mom's was probably a knucklehead at that time. So, you know, they go back and forth with the hands because that's what they saw their parents doing. And this is a straight up story, so fuck all the, oh no, this is straight up story. So they probably seen their parents, so they grew up like that. And then 9 times out of 10, a lot of females, they be aggravated when they're pregnant. So as a guy, we know how to aggravate, push their buttons even more, so we do shit to fuck with their mind, you know. So with that being said, a woman who's naturally growing up in the house, she probably grew up with brothers, had brothers teaching her how to fucking fight, right? So she get mad at you, she might throw something at you, hit you with a frying pan, whatever the case may be. Sound like some wild shit, right? But whatever the, oh my God, nice woman out here. But whatever the case may be, that may have happened, right? So then, right now she's pregnant, and you listening to this in the stomach, you might not even know what's going on, but eventually when you get older, so she has you, and now you're around this. So now actions might get serious, or they might like to just play fight. So when you're a kid, you watching all this. So then you start to go like this. You start to, you know, and then you get 2-3 months in down the line, and you know, people be in your face. Somebody might be in your face, and your mother like, yo, get out my son's face. You feel what I'm saying? She might take your hand and make a, you know, punch the person in the face, probably playing around. You understand what I'm saying? It's all jokes, but this all leads to fighting, right? As you get older. So, you know, you be as a kid. So when you 2 years old, but when you were 6 months, your mom was telling you to back people out your face, like, get out his face. So now, when you see somebody in your face, you probably scratch them, or you start, you know, start throwing a jab or a right hand or whatever the case may be. You know, you probably like 2 years old, and then now, when your sister or your brother, you know, they having a little problem or something, they're like, you know what, I'm gonna get my little brother on you, and they like, yo, fight. So, you know, they got you throwing your hands, and they might make you hit the dude, or hit your brother, hit your sister, or something like that. So then now, fast forward, you probably like 9-10 years old, and now it's on. You outside, you broke away from your sister, broke away from everybody, and now you probably fighting. Now you fighting right now because your mother said, come up in this house crying and whooping your ass. You better, I don't give a fuck if you lose the fight, but if you don't come back in this house and tell me something happened, as far as you whooping somebody's ass or you getting it in, or fucking you up, and your pops is probably locked up telling you the same thing in them letters and them notes, right? This is the hood story, coming from the hood side. So Your pops is telling you that this is installed in you. So I'm bringing it to me. I was 10 years old taking on guys that was much bigger than me, right? Because I was always short. But that's neither here nor there. The thing is, growing up fighting in the hood, it starts from when you small to when you get older. And you never realize that shit. But when you get older, now you might be a teenager, your testosterone's there, you feel like you the man. You like, yeah, I can fuck anybody up. I've been fighting since I was young. And that's how it all starts. The art of fighting starts when you in the stomach. Right? If that story was too fast, rewind this back. But the art of fighting starts when you in the stomach, coming from the hood, for where I came from. And then you grow up and gradually progress. It's like everything else. Like you think cursing, you watching all these TV shows and you eventually doing what they do is because you've been doing it since you was young. So fighting starts before you even was born. That's why you got guys that's talented like Floyd, because their pops and stuff been around the gym the whole time. You understand what I'm saying? So when he come around, when the son is young, he throwing a hook or he throwing a jab, and then your son instantly starts doing that when he's young. So he start throwing his hook and all that shit. But that's just the art of fighting, how it starts from when you're in the stomach, from your siblings to your parents to outside to your adventures, and then eventually you get in the ring. So if you get in the ring and you fight, much power to you, because it take a lot of people to still do this. A lot of people want to shoot, bang, 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 shoot shit up. You know, that's the new generation. They want to shoot shit up, and I'm fine to that. But at the same time, we not here to talk about guns or violence or nothing like that. We here to talk about motherfucking fighting, the art of fighting, from when you're young to when you're taller to when you get older to when you're a man and you get mature. And you say fighting is only for professionalism. If you like your face like me, I like my face. If not, shout out to all the fighters, shout out to all the boxers, shout out to everybody pursuing their dream as a fighter. Don't give up and have an alternative plan at the end of the day. She got Famous Athletics. Make sure you subscribe and get notified by hitting the bell notification next to the subscribe button. And y'all let me know what type of upbringing you had, and as far as like fights, how you got into fighting. What's your fighting style? How did you get into fighting? I put a little piece of story in it, and you know, that's just my assumption of it. That's how fighting starts in the hood, the uncut version. Stamina good, still going with the wind. Get in the hood, say your next show is when it's Fame USA. Up the game, punching bag treatment on they bed.